Good morning. In this class, we are going to see some examples. What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3 to get 3 by 7? So, I repeat the question. What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3 to get 3 by 7? First is, what is twice the rational number? Twice the rational number minus 7 by 3. What is twice means you have to multiply it by 2. Twice the rational number minus 7 by 3. So 2 multiplied by minus 7 by 3 is 7 2s are 14 plus into minus minus by 3. Okay. Now the question you can change is what should be added to this twice the rational number minus 7 by 3 is minus 14 by 3. Now what is the question? What should be added to twice the rational number minus 7 by 3 is minus 14 by 3. Now what should be added to minus 14 by 3 to get 3 by 7? Now this is the question. So let me take suppose x. Okay. Instead of this, I am taking what should be added means suppose taking x. Suppose x be added to minus 14 by 3 to get 3 by 7. What should be added to minus 14 by 3 to get 3 by 7? I am taking x is added to minus 14 by 3 to get 3 by 7. How to write equation for this? X is added to minus 14 by 3 to get 3 by 7. Okay. First you are seeing twice the rational number minus 7 by 3. So 2 multiplied by minus 7 by 3 is minus 14 by 3. Then to that minus 14 by 3 what should be added? So I am adding x to that to get 3 by 7. Now I want to find this x. I am keeping x on the left hand side, remaining things are moving to the right hand side. Now if you see this x, this plus into minus is minus 14 by 3 equal to 3 by 7. So x equal to 3 by 7. This minus 14 by 3 when moved to this side becomes plus 14 by 3. Okay. Now I have to take LCM. 7 3 LCM is 21. Okay. So 3 by 7 equal to 21. 7 multiplied by 3. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9 by 21. Another one is 14 by 3. 3 multiplied by 7 and 14 multiplied by 7. 14 multiplied by 7 is 98. So here 9 plus 21 plus 98 divided by 21. X equal to 107 by 21. Now we got x. So x is added to minus 14 by 3 to get 3 by 7. The next problem is the perimeter of a rectangle is 13 centimeter and its width is 2 3 by 4 centimeter. Find its length. So I am drawing a rectangle. Length, this is width. Width is given as 2 3 by 4 centimeter. You have to find the length of it. Now another thing is given as perimeter. Perimeter is 13 centimeter. What is perimeter is the total length. So this is length and this is width. What is the total length is? That is perimeter. Perimeter equal to 2 multiplied by, this is a formula for finding the perimeter. Okay. 2 multiplied by length plus width. Now what is this? 2 multiplied by length plus width, that is equal to, which is given as perimeter is 13. Okay. Now you know what is width? Width is 2 3/4, which is in mixed fraction. Now I want to change into fraction. It is 11/4 centimeter. 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 3, 11/4. Okay. Now length. Let L be the length. From here I can write 2 multiplied by what is length is now L. L plus what is width is 11/4. 11/4 equal to 13. Okay. Whatever the statement given, now we are converted in the form of equation. So the perimeter is 13, width is 2 3/4. We have to find the length. The formula to find the perimeter is 2 into length plus width. 2 into length plus width is 13. That is the perimeter given here. Now width I know. The only thing I don't know is length. So I am keeping, let L be the length. 2 multiplied by length plus 11/4 is 13. Okay. Now what I should do is L plus 11/4. Okay. Now from this I should find what is L. Now what I am doing is divide by 2 on both sides. Now what will happen? Equal to 13. This is the equation. I am dividing by 2 on both sides. Okay. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. L plus 11/4 equal to 13 divided by 2. Okay. So simply you can say whatever it is present in the numerator, when move on to the other side, it will go to the denominator. 2 is in the numerator in the left hand side. Now you can see the 2 in the denominator. Now I have to find L. L equal to 13/2 minus 11/4. Okay. Now I have to find LCM. 2 4. So LCM is 4. 13/2 4. 13 multiplied by 2, 26/4. Here what I should write, instead of 13/2 I am writing 26/4 minus 11/4. Okay. So answer is 15 divided by 4. L is 15/4 centimeter. If I want to write in mixed fraction, it is 3/4 centimeter. Okay. One thing is, now we got the length. If you want to check whether you have whatever you have done is correct or not, just go to this equation. Now 2 you know. Now 2 is here, you know. What is the length is 3/4, that is 15/4. 15/4, that is length. Plus what is width here? 11/4. 11/4. Now if you solve this, what you should get? You should get 13. If you got 13, it means the problem you have done is correct. Let me check it. This 2 is here, length is 15/4 and width is 11/4. So 2 multiplied by what is 15? This is 26/4. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. 26/2, that is equal to 13. I got the 13 here. So whatever we did is correct. This way also we can check your answer. Problem is, the present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66. Find their present ages. Okay. The first thing you have to see here is the present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times the present age of Sahil. Let me keep the present age of Sahil. I am just keeping the present age of Sahil as X. Okay. So the present age of Sahil's mother. Now I should get what is the, if Sahil's present age is X, the present age of Sahil's mother is 3 times. So it is 3 multiplied by X, it is 3X. Okay. After 5 years, now it is after 5 years. After 5 years, their ages will be added to 60. After 5 years, if you add the age of the both, you should get 66. Okay. Now, after 5 years, age of Sahil. Now the age of Sahil is X. After 5 years, the age of Sahil will be, you have to add 5 to that. Okay. Then, after 5 years, age of Sahil's mother. Now, at present age of Sahil's mother is 3x. After 5 years, you should add 3x plus 5. Okay, now the present age is x. Then after 5 years, you should add 5 to that. If the present age is 3x, after 5 years, it is 3x plus 5. Okay. After 5 years, their ages will add to 66. So, after 5 years, if you add the ages of the both, it will give 66. Now, what is the equation? Now, we have to add this. X plus 5 plus 3x plus 5. That is equal to 66. Now, we have to solve this. It means we have to find the value of x. Here is one x and here is 3x. Just you can add x plus 3x, x plus 3x. What is this? A 1 here. X means it is 1x. It's as simple. 3 plus 1 is 4x. Okay. So, this added together to get 4x plus 5 plus 5, 10. That is equal to 66. Then it is very simple. 4x equal to 66 minus 10. That is equal to 56. 4x. X equal to, now we have to divide by 4 on both sides. This 4 will get cancelled. You will get 56 by 4. That is equal to 14. What is x? The present age of Sahil. So, I will write present age of Sahil is 14 years. Okay. Now, I have to find present age of Sahil's mother. What is that? 3 multiplied by present age of Sahil's mother is 3x. What does it mean? 3 multiplied by x. That is equal to 3 multiplied by 14. What is 3 multiplied by 14 is 42 years. You see here, Sahil's present age is 14. Sahil's mother's present age is 42. If you want to just check it, what is given here? After 5 years, their ages will add to 66. Okay. The problem, what they have asked for their present ages, we solve the problem. The present age of Sahil is 14 years. The present age of Sahil's mother is 42 years. Up to that, we have solved the problem. Now just we are going to check it. How to check that? They have given after 5 years, their ages will add to 66. Okay. If now the present age is 14. What is after 5 years? It is 14 plus 5, that is equal to 19. Okay. Now here the present age is 42. So 42 plus 5, which will give 47. Now if you add this, you will get 66. Okay. This means what you have done is correct here. Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. If he has in all a sum of rupees 77, how many coins of each denomination does he have? Okay. First, you should understand what is mean by denomination. So, denomination is suppose you have a rupees 200 rupees. You can have 1 200 rupees. This is one kind of. Another one is you can have 100 multiplied by 2. This is also 200 rupees. This is only 1 200 note you are having. Here you are having 200 rupees notes. The next thing is you can have 100 rupee note, one 250 rupee note. This is also sum up to 200. That is one kind of. Another one is 10 rupees multiplied by 5 will get 50, and another 50 multiplied by 1 is 50. Another one is 100 multiplied by 2 is 100 multiplied by 1 is 100, with sum up to get 200. So these are the different denominations. This is called denomination. This is amount in rupees multiplied by number of that rupees. You will get this. If you add this, you will get the total 200. This is called denomination. Now we will proceed to this problem. So Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. So this is 2 rupee coins. They did mention how many number of 2 rupee coins he has. They just told Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. Okay, now we start with that. Let the number of 5 rupee coins is x. We will start like this. Let the number of 5 rupee coins is x. So the number of 2 rupee coin is Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins. So number of 2 rupee coins is as he has 5 rupee coins. If 5 rupee coins is x, then the number of 2 rupee coins will be 3x. Okay. Now the total amount of rupees is 77. Now you should not think if you add these two you will get 77. What is it? This is just a number of 5 rupee coins. It may be, you have to find what is the value of that amount from 5 rupee coin. Just I will show you here. Suppose I am having a 5 rupee here. Okay, here the number of 5 rupee coins, this is the number of, this is 1, 2, 3. So number of 5 rupee coins is 1, 2, 3. Instead of 3 I am having x here. So what is the amount from this 5 rupee coin? Now I should count 1, 2, 3. Number of coin is 3 multiplied by this 5. The total amount is 15. That is the amount from the 5 rupee coins. So this x is only the number of coins 1, 2 and 3. Instead of 3 I don't know what is here, so I am keeping it as x. So number of 5 rupee coin is x. Now I am saying what is the amount from this 5 rupee coin. So I am having, if I am having 3 5 rupee coins, I should multiply this 5 multiplied by 3, which gives 5 3s are 15. Here I don't know. So I am multiplying amount from the 5 rupee coin is 5 multiplied by this x. That is equal to 5x. Okay. So amount from 2 rupee coin. So here I am having 3x number of 2 rupee coin. 2 multiplied by 3x. 3 2s are 6x. Okay. This is the number of coins multiplied by this 5 gives the amount as 5x. So this is 3x multiplied by this 2 gives 6x. Now the total amount is 77. This is the amount. If you add 5x plus 6x, that is 77. 5 plus 6 is 11x, that is equal to 77. X equal to 77 divided by 11, that is equal to 7. Okay. So how many coins of each denomination does he have? You should say how many 2 rupee coins he has, how many 5 rupee coins he has. So x is number of 5 rupee coins. Number of 5 rupee coins equal to 7. Number of 2 rupee coins equal to 3x. That is equal to 3 into 7. That is equal to, this is a number of this is a number of coins. Okay. The next sum is, the sum of 3 consecutive multiples of 11 is 363. Find these multiples. First you should know what is multiples of 11. What is multiples means? What is multiples of 11? Is 11, 22, 33, 44 and 55, and it will go on. Then what is multiples of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and it will go on. These are the multiples of 11, multiples of 3. Just I give some example like this. Okay, what is the question is, the sum of the 3 consecutive multiples of 11. Now you know what is called multiples of 11. These are the multiples of 11. We will go on. Then what is called consecutive? Consecutive means next to next. Now if you any next to next is called, next to next number is called consecutive. 3 consecutive multiples of 11. So if you, from this, out of these numbers, if you add any, that nearby any 3 numbers, and if you add any 3 numbers, you should get 363. It may be 22 plus 33 plus 44, or it may be 44 plus 55 plus 66. So it should be next nearby 3 numbers, you should get 363. That is the question given. So you are adding 3 numbers. Let the, I don't know what is the first number is. Let the first number be x. The first number is x. It may be 11 or 22 or 33 or anything it may be. So I am keeping it as x. The second number. Then what is the second number? If the first number is this, the second number, to get the from 33, how you will get 44? You have to add 11 to that. If the first number is 44, then how will you get the second number? You have to just add a 11 to that. So if the first number is x, what is the second number is x plus 11. Okay, the third number. The third number is, so to the x you have to add 11 plus 11, 22. X plus 22. So now you see here, if the first number is x, the second number you have to add 11 to that. So it is x plus 11. To get the third number, from this you have to add another 11. So x plus 11 plus 11. That is x plus 22. That we are getting it here. Okay. So the sum is addition of these 3 numbers is 363. X plus 11 plus x plus 22. This is the first number, this is the second number, and this is the third number. If you add this, you should get 363. Now what is x plus x plus x is 3x. 3x plus 11 plus 22, 33 is 363. 3x equal to 363 minus 33, that is equal to 330. 3x. So x equal to 330 divided by 3. X equal to 110. Okay. So first number is x, that is 110. Second number is x plus 11, that is equal to 110 plus 11, 121. What is the third number? X plus 22. What is x here? 110 plus 22, 132. Okay, the first number is 110, second number is 121, and the third number is 132. You got the 3 numbers. Just you can check this. If you add, you should get 363. So 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 plus 1 6, 363. Okay. Next problem is the difference between two whole number is 66. The ratio of the two number is 2:5. What are the numbers? The difference between two whole number is 66. You subtract two numbers, the answer is 66. They didn't say what are the, you have to find what are the numbers, but they given the ratio of the two number is 2:5. So first you should understand what does the word ratio means. Suppose I am having 20 and 25. Okay, so what is the ratio of that? Is 20 25. 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25. So here the ratio of 20 and 25 is 4 and 4:5. Now if I want to get this original number from this ratio, that is from 4 and 5, I want to get 20 and 25. From 4 and 5, I want to get this 20 and 25. So what I should do? I should multiply it by 5. So I will get 5 4s are 20 and 5 5s are 25. Take another example, just 20 and 30. It's very simple. Two numbers 20 and 30. This is the original number, 20 and 30. So the ratio is 2:3. So from the ratio, I want to get the original number, means you have to multiply this both 2 multiplied by 10 and 3 multiplied by 10. Multiplying the ratio by the same number, you see here 10 10. Here also 5 5. Multiplying the ratio by the same number will give the original number. Here also the ratio of the two number is 2:5. What are the two numbers? So you have to multiply this ratio by the same number so that you will get the original numbers. So let me take the number as x. Let the two numbers are, so from the ratio, if you want to get the original number, you have to multiply the ratio by the same number. I don't know what is the number here, so I am keeping that as x. Two numbers are 2x and 5x. Okay, two numbers are 2x and 5x. The difference between the two whole numbers, now the difference is 66. So we can see this is 2x and 5x, and 5x is surely 5x is the biggest number. So 5x minus 2x is 66. Difference means subtraction. You have to do subtraction. So here 5 minus 2 is 3x is 66. X equal to 66 divided by 3. X equal to 22. Okay. Now you got what is x. You have to find the numbers are 2x and 5x. 2x equal to 2 multiplied by 22, that is 44. 5x equal to 5 multiplied by 22, that is equal to 110. Okay. Now we can subtract 110 minus 44. You will get this 66. The two numbers are, what are the two numbers? The two numbers are 44 and 110. Now the next problem is, Devashi has a total of rupees 590 as currency notes in the denomination of rupees 50, 20 and rupees 10. The ratio of the number of rupees 50 notes and 20 notes is 3:5. If she has a total of 25 notes, how many notes of each denomination she has? Proceeding to the problem, I want to clarify these things. Consider I am having rupees 600 rupees. Okay, 600 rupees. So this is the denomination I am having: 1 200 rupees, 200 rupees and 350 rupees, 220 rupees and 110 rupees. If you count it together, you will get 600. This is the way you have to write the denomination. 200, so here is 200 multiplied by the number of notes. There is only one 200 rupees note I am having. So 200 multiplied by 1 is 200. 100 multiplied by 2 is 200. and 50 multiplied by 3, 1, 2, 3 is 150, and 20 multiplied by 2 is 40, and 10 multiplied by 1 is 10. Together you add, the total amount will be 600. Now you see number of 200 notes. How many it means how many number of notes in 200 rupees I am having. I am having only one note. How many number of 100 notes is 2. Number of 50 notes is 3. Number of 20 note is 2. Number of 10 rupee note is 1. If you add it together, you will get the total number of notes. So you should know the difference between this column and this column. This column says the total number of notes. So total number of note is 9. Now again, what is the amount from 200 rupees note? So amount is from 200 rupees note is 200 multiplied by 1 is 200. Amount from 100 rupee note is 200. Amount from 50 rupees note is 150. Amount from 20 rupees note is 40. Amount from 10 rupees note is 10. If you add all this, you will get total amount is 600. So total number of notes you are using is 9, and the total amount is 600. If you understand this page very well, the next problem will be easy. So, okay, now we can read it again by line by line. Devashi has a total of rupees 590. So total amount she has is rupees 590. This is the total amount. As currency notes in the denomination of 50, 20 and 10. What does that mean? The total amount is 590. She has some number of 50 rupees notes, some amount of 20 rupees notes, and some amount of 10 rupee notes. Okay, total amount is 590. Some number of 50 rupees notes, some number of 20 rupees, and this is rupees. This is number of that rupees. I don't know this number, but if you add it together, you should get this 590. This is called denomination. The total amount is 590. She has something in terms of 50 rupees, 20 rupees and 10 rupees. How many numbers? I don't know, but if you add this, you should get this 590. That is the meaning of this first line. Okay. The ratio of the number of 50 rupee notes and 20 rupee notes is 3:5. Just in last problem we studied how to convert the ratio to the original number multiplied by x. So if the ratio of the number of 50 rupee notes and 20 rupee notes, so the number of first we will write 50 rupee notes. Okay, the number of 50 rupee notes, the number of rupees 20 rupee notes. That is what is here and what is here. The number of 50 rupee notes, the number of 20 rupee notes, it is in the ratio of 3:5. So the original number is 3x and here is 5x. In last problem we studied to convert the ratio to its original number, we have to multiply it by x. So let me keep it as x, and I got the number of 50 rupee notes and number of 20 rupee notes. So the number of 50 rupee note is 3x. So here it is 3x. The number of 20 rupee note is 5x, and here it is 5x. Okay. The next is, if she has a total of 25 notes, what does it mean? If she has a total of 25 notes, if we count the number of notes, that is this column, number of notes, the total amount is 25. Okay. So number of 50 notes she is having is 3x, number of 20 notes she is having is 5x, total number of notes. Total number of notes is 25. Okay. Now what you should find is the number number of rupees 10 rupee notes. I know the number of 50 rupee note is 3x, number of 20 rupee note is 5x, total number is 25. What is here then? Okay, if you add the 3, you should get 25. Now what is here? So that is 25 minus of 3x plus 5x. Total number of notes is 25. Now I should know what will come here. Add this and subtract from this. 25 minus of 3x plus 5x. That is equal to 25 minus 5 plus 3 is 8x. Number of 10 rupee note is 25 minus 8x. Now here it is. So instead of this, here it should be 25 minus 8x. Okay. Now I got how many notes? Now here I am going to write the amount. Amount from rupees 50 notes. That is equal to what is the amount here is 50 multiplied by 3x. That is 50 multiplied by 3x. That is equal to 150x. Amount from rupees 20 notes. That is 20 multiplied by 5x. 100x. Amount from rupees 10 notes. 10 rupee notes. That is equal to 10 multiplied by this. What is this? 25 minus 8x. Okay. What is this? So 10 multiplied by 25 minus 8x. You should multiply 10 with this 25. 10 multiplied by 25 is 250 minus 10 8s are 80x. So first amount from rupees 50 rupee note is 150x. Amount from this 20 rupee note is 100x. Amount from this 10 rupee note is 250 minus 80x. Okay. Now if you add this 3, you should get 590. That I am going to do now. That is 150x plus 100x plus 250 minus 80x, that is equal to 590. Added to get 590. Now we have to simplify this. So 150 plus 100 minus 80, that these terms are having x, so you can keep it here. The remaining terms which are not having x, you can move to that side. That is equal to 170x, that is equal to 590 minus this 250, that is equal to 170x equal to 340, x equal to 340 divided by 170, x equal to 2. Okay. Now we have to find number of rupees 50 notes. That is equal to 3x. So 3 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 6. Number of rupees 20 notes. That is equal to 5x. 5 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 10. Number of rupees 10 notes. That is equal to 25 minus 8x. That is equal to 25 minus 8 multiplied by 2. That is equal to 25 minus 16. That is equal to 9. Okay. From next class we will see the exercise problems. Thank you.